Good day, this 230th day, meaningful moments, 365 days. Grow yourself. We can grow all kinds of goodness, but it really comes down to growing yourself. And I've done lots of different things in my life, practices to grow consciousness. It's really all one and the same. Grow yourself, grow consciousness, grow your mindsets, grow a new body. All of it is still part of this being that we are, and body, mind, and soul, the full being in all the dimensions of us in this form. So these last few weeks, I've been working a lot on shedding things that don't serve me, and finally really just came to one aspect, and I say one because there's lots of pieces to us and how we expand in consciousness and our growth. And one of the things that I came across was this, hesitancy to want to jump into like what a cleansing would be again and all of that. I've done fasts, I've done different kinds of food disciplines, and they helped me a lot at different times in my life. But over the last few years, I went back to some other ways and had to do that to sense and feel the contrasts of not only how it affected me and my body, but my mind, my thinking, my emotional well-being, and just wanting to preserve as much as I can to make this run, meaning this life journey, the long haul. I've often joked and said, I want to live to be 100. I do, maybe more, but I want it to be, full of vitality and all the things that I can do, that I know I can do, like that scientifically is now proven can actually help us to, use this form and this physical body to be regenerated and renewed and strong and continue to create this energy that's needed so that I can do the work that I'm here to do, the service that I want to do. So, I had to overcome some stubborn challenges and even some fear. And food is a funny thing, it just from having done fasts in the past and things like that, it can really like mess with our mind, our thinking. Even that feeling of hunger or not having something that you just want to get, like for me, I like a crunch sometimes, and it's kind of like, oh man, if I'm not eating anything that's, like a, something that's got a crunch to it. And I think about, just textures. And, if I'm not doing grains, I'm not doing gluten, I'm not doing dairy creaminess, that's another one, or sweetness, I've been able to do less and less without all the time, but, don't really crave that. But something about that crunch and the creaminess, those are things, So you think about the foods that you love, for me it might be cheeses or, and I don't have to have a lot of these things, or like a dark piece of chocolate, or like a really good piece of sourdough bread, or whatever that might be, even if they're healthy options. I'm just now really embracing the idea of exploring what it means to not have those things. How can my gut flora feel and be renewed in its correct operation, meaning all the stuff that I've put in there that's toxic, and I know it is true because, I have symptoms of leaky gut when I, get a little rash that kind of comes out after I eat something, or, there have been times I've felt a little bit of brain fog or whatever that might be, or, stubborn areas where fat deposit doesn't want to go away kind of thing. And just coming to grips with like, what am I afraid of? I can grow myself. I've done it time and time again. Classic example, a miracle of an example is I've given birth 4 times, and they were home births, and they were healthy. So regardless of, that being my journey, each of us has a journey, and we can, every one of us, look back at something and go, yeah, I came through that. And that's what I'm going to use as my foundation, my rock. Offering that to you today so that you can look at, all the journeying you've been doing and how you have been, working through them, overcoming them, moving through them, and allowing the nutrients of all of that to really settle in and be the next thing that can move you, or be your step up to the next thing that you are going to do to continue to grow yourself. And in this meaningful moment, embracing this early morning activity as I prepared things for myself and my husband, and some things that we're doing for the day and over the next 30-ish days or so, and looking forward to feeling the growth, the change, and remembering it's all part of the journey. Aho, friends.